this is Daniel Satterwhite, signing in on another informative or uninformative, whatever you're thinking of at the time, as some kind of balancing, therefore, way of understanding exactly what there is in this video for you to understand. Pardon what you're thinking. Well, I don't really think that it matters to me what you're thinking, but I do want to tell you exactly what I'm thinking and kind of care about what I think other people are trying to pick up on is interesting, so maybe I'll go about it like this. Behind me, there are two choices. One is the right and the left, but which one would you think is the right and the left? Obviously that's the right one. Obviously that's the left one. But would that be wrong? Would that be right? Or would the left be right and the right one would be wrong? Sometimes the center doesn't need divided all the way, but whenever you throw up everything thus far, you realize that doesn't mean anything at all. It's just backwards quoting and quoting, right? So anyways, moving on now. It seemed like you got the suspense moving forward for you. So about that time, you'd probably think there was something interesting going on, but not really. I'm just trying to put my hat on, but apparently I'm not good at doing that one handle like this. So we're gonna have that kind of poking up a little bit. It's a little bit dusty from earlier, but that's okay, right? Like, we could even hold it to the side like some kind of illegal citizen or something, or legal citizen that's trying to be cool, you know. But or maybe we put it in the front like this. Maybe that might remind you of something else, you know. I'm not really sure what you're thinking, but usually most cases people are thinking something negative. But then this might make you hungry. You might think, man, there's a freaking hamburger on his head. You move forward and you're like, oh God, not another one of them goddamn elves again. Like, I don't even want to think of Christmas. It's like end of January. Don't make us think of presents. Now we're thinking if he's stealing the presents. Now we're like, oh God, we don't even want to think it's cold outside. But honestly, I'm not even cold inside. Okay, we're inside. It's very well insulated. I'm very appreciative. I just want you to know that. I was outside for quite a while. And it took a while to make someone understand that I was able to keep inside. And I'm not really sure the whole meaning behind that, but for what it's worth, I am appreciative. And it does move forward on the whole aspect of knowing abundance, therefore, of forward ongoing. I always look towards upward some days whenever I think of ongoing. And you would think like by then, I don't know, it's probably looking at some corner. I mean, it was kind of in a corner, but it's almost like a center of attention right here. Like we're kind of in a corner, but not in a bad way, you know? There's positive ways to thinking about all kinds of types of stuff, you know? Like there's a door. Does it move? What's on the door up there, you know? It's not really that important, okay? It could be some things that were, there was a very, similar to past situations. But, that doesn't really worry me. So I look over here, like past situations, I don't know, not everything's brand new, but that's expected here. Honestly, I don't expect everything to be brand new, you know why? Because even if I would pay more money for like a month and such to stay in certain situations, a lot of items really just aren't that neat, really. And you know what? There being no TV there, that really doesn't surprise me. You know why? Because I'm not really that surprised about TVs anyway. Because I know quite a few things about TVs that most people don't. So keeping that alone, that just saying this enough is enough to tell me that I know a lot more than most people do about TVs, that's for sure. I'm not really sure. I can't really add up the whole entire, I don't know, high amount of everyone's stuff. I'd be willing to say that I'd probably come up with a higher estimation than the president of what percentage of any type of person there is in the United States. But then I have to break it down into more than just Hispanic, white, Hispanic, legal, non-legal. Are you serious, man? Like, you can't even count your legal citizens, some days. How are you even going to know? Or are you going by votes? That's what they're thinking, like, there's my votes. That's what matters to me. But, that doesn't matter in my mind. If you didn't have a chance to vote, you didn't have a chance to vote. I'm not going to see. I don't care. I really don't. If you vote, if you vote. If you don't vote, if you don't vote. Who really cares, I mean, I'm not going to get into that, okay? I'm not too political. I am very, I feel very liberated on understanding of certain situations. I realize that many people are so much more intelligent and can make better decisions than the president. But then the whole understanding that you're not going to be able to make barely any of the decisions as a president to even move anything forward or backward, because the majority of the decisions you make are just going to be passing things forward, and most of the stuff is not even going to pass anyway, because mostly everyone is going to turn it down, because it's the president. You got to make some kind of political view behind it, or why you're for or not for it. You have to have some kind of wisdom in your mind saying that this is helping society, and what, like, you have to take it from a business scripture, like what's good for the economy and what goes good for money growth and the growth of all life. That the happiness in pursuit of whatever the heck you're thinking of is life. Some people say, like, oh, there's too many people, we gotta downsize. But it seems like there's enough room for many people. People die all the time, honestly. More than you probably realize. People are born more than you realize. You know what? You can't get all crazy about it, man. I mean, yeah, I know, right? But, you can't lose your shit about every single thing possible. Because if you do, then how the hell are you going to make it out of your own freaking bed, right? Sometimes it's just a healing thing, right? Like, I find myself healing here. Like, this is the most healing I've had. And you know what? This is the most least resistance that I've had the whole entire freaking time that I've been out somewhere. But I guess the only difference is that most of the time I was the only one controlling the log. And I wasn't so obvious about who was in my room when I wasn't in there. But, I don't let that get to me. You know why? Because if I do, then they're going to make me sound like an even bigger nutcase than if I was out in public at a business where a whole bunch of different people get a good prize set or something for just certain different reasons, and it might get more respect than other people. I don't really care to even say either or not either, because, I don't care the aspects of what it takes, because by then I realized that, not everything is kind of 50-50, like in percentage-wise. It could be flopping like way up or way down, at different times of the year, just depending on who they're happy with or what it is, and different people get hired, different people have different views. Not every employee or every single place that you ever go to or even work at, really, or even makes your food, even to go to the grocery store, is even really going to give a shit about you. They want to go to work. They want what they want. They want to get home happy the way they feel like happy, just like everybody else, right? But some people aren't like that, right? They have concern about everyone. And the sad thing about life some days is a lot of people don't care about anybody. And that's going to be very, very uncomplicated to understand, that a lot of people don't understand exactly what it takes to be a positive human being, to even live to a higher age. Because if you go at it from a rage, honestly, you could still live to be a certain age, but you wouldn't believe like how much longer you would live to even notice that you could even say your last 4 words of even inspiration, or even 4 hours of hey, I'm sorry, and trying to explain it into ways that maybe you wanted to explain those was kind of a sanctity that you didn't have to break down into some really personal chiefy words, and like the last 2 paragraphs well defined, or deep hearted. But you'd be amazed at what 9 minutes and 40 some odd seconds could do for you some days. Like finding that inner peace and not quitting. And sometimes you got to let it go with you, because there isn't anything that you can say to make some people understand whenever you read on certain things and they don't having a religion in your mind and a peace in your heart and a sanctity of you as a human being, caring about one another and not always perfect. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I lose it. I lose it, but not too bad. But I mean, I say what I feel sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just say random shit that everybody else is saying, and I just say exactly what they're saying. And I don't even pay attention, just like everyone else, ain't even paying attention a bit. Just gonna repeat the same shit everybody else was saying just a second ago, just because you're just in the whole entire energy of the whole place, right? That's how it works a lot of times, really. I mean, it's a laughable situation if you can't laugh at it. You might as well not lose yourself over the whole situation. Not 100%, it all depends on the whole situation, really. You can't let it control your whole entire life. You've got to become the inner you that you can hold in your mind, in everybody you're part of energy and everything you're reading on all levels of higher, lower boundaries, anything that you're doing, really, whatever your belief system is. And I'm not a person to kind of shove off everybody's beliefs on you or shove my beliefs on you and stuff. I understand what I believe, and I understand what I know, but I don't understand it 100% the way the fullest that I would like to. I kind of establish my mental thoughts sometimes of what I used to know, and I realized, oh, right, okay. So a lot of times people are using these same techniques on the streets, but the more you realize that you're reading on screens, the more you realize that, oh, okay, a lot of these people are doing things that most people don't even know, and then they're actually not even using them as techniques in their life, and you would think that they were using them in their mind, like they thought that they knew the sanity of every moment and what's actually going on a higher level or a lower level or a mid-range level, and they really have no idea what they're saying. Like they would try to push off their stuff, like just reading some random stuff, like this is me, right? And this is what I'm on a mission to do, such and such, jumping straight out of the circle out of the sky, like bloop, here I was straight out the sky, and I'm here to save somebody, and I'm here to be a blah 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 blah. I don't need to hear that crap, that's for sure. But I do sit there and I do listen, really. I have a conversation and I do learn something like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know that. But then I try to translate like in some kind of calculated situation. Sometimes I do a little reading based on numbers alone, and I read into like whatever numbers are saying, and I'm saying, oh, okay, well, that's a good sign. Because I realize if you were to, I understand that you don't know what you're saying at all due to those that you just somehow picked up that by reading something, because I realize that I'm understanding in my mind that all those numbers that you're saying don't even go together, and it's not even the exact numbers. So either you got the wrong numbers in your mind off a miscalculation, or you really don't know what you're saying, or you were just totally misregarded on the whole situation altogether, like you're not even in the place you're supposed to be in, and somehow you look very similar to somebody that I have known, and you definitely shouldn't look like them saying that you don't even know. But, situations like that happen all the time. You can't expect somebody to even come back and even say they are who they are, or even know who they are. If they even change who they are in their mind and they think they're somebody else altogether, or if they're just trying to be someone else, that's hard to pick up on sometimes. Sometimes you just got to go along with it. You're like, yeah, okay, your name was Dude, and now your name is Frappe. Okay, Dude Frappe. Like what? No, oh no, it's Frappe. Okay, Frappe. Now, what exactly you're trying to say? Because you seem like some other dude, and you're saying Frappe, right? Okay, so what exactly you're trying to tell me that with the visual of full dude that you're Frappe, that you're trying to pass off because you're not talking like Frappe. You don't know French or Italian or anything. You're saying Frappe, just Frappe, not Frappe, Look, dude, look, I'm totally Frappe. Like, okay, well, maybe I don't want to know. Maybe this is a little bit too intense, and you're just trying to read my inner Frappe dude, like my dudeness, Frappe-ness. Like, I'm not getting into floppy disk, okay? All right, I don't even have a computer right now, but you know what?